Hey, it's Sandrina Matto, and I'm talking right now about an episode I did of By Herself with the lovely Alicia. Alicia was a single mom who was embarking on her journey towards home ownership on her own. By herself. Get it? That's the title of the show. Ha ha. See how I did that? So Alicia absolutely crushed the most important step in home buying. Okay? But she almost tripped up on something else. So let's watch a couple of clips and then please stay tuned for my commentary afterwards. Thanks for tuning in.
Now that I've had a baby, this apartment is too small, too loud, too dangerous, and just not working for me. I need to buy a house now because my maternity leave is up in the next few months. I need to know where I'm going to be living before I can even start looking at daycare for baby.
This building offers some fabulous amenities. An indoor swimming pool, tennis, sauna, gym, recreation room. The one that I love the most for you is the 24-hour concierge. Great security for a woman buying on her own. But all of this comes at a cost, and that is reflected in the maintenance fees. And these ones are $625 a month.
Whoa.
But here's the thing, they include everything. Even your cable. You don't have to pay another bill at all. Your mortgage would cost you $900 a month. Maintenance fees, $625, property taxes, $118. So you're looking at around $1,600 a month.
I'm trying to stay maybe $1,400 and under.
How did you come up with that number?
I've been going on this assumption that the maintenance fees would probably be around $300 and under.
I'm not quite sure if Alicia has crunched her numbers to the level that she needs them crunched at just yet.
It doesn't matter if you're approved for a $250,000 mortgage if you can't afford your monthly expenses. And I think we need to look at real estate that is around the $200,000 mark to keep your monthly expenses down.
Does that exist?
Are you prepared to sacrifice location?
I'm definitely willing to look a little bit further away.
What's more important to you, being close to downtown or having a positive cash flow at the end of every month?
Why can't we have both?
Yeah.
When I first met you, your budget was $250,000, you thought. But you still aren't 100% aware of your numbers. I'm not gonna sell you a place if you don't know how much money you have every month. If you're $50 short every month, that's not acceptable. And I want you to factor in daycare, groceries, commute, clothing, gifts, holidays, and savings. And then you tell me how much you can afford to spend every month.
I'll definitely have to go and really sit down, crunch those numbers, and then talk to Sandra.
Oh, I loved working with Alicia. She was absolutely committed to becoming a homeowner, and for good reason. She wanted to set her daughter up financially, and dare I say, herself. When you own real property, the property appreciates in value. The profit is called equity. And in Canada, the equity on your primary residence is tax-free, meaning you can sell it and make a gazillion dollars and the government does not tax you on it. Woohoo! Equity comes from paying down the mortgage too, like that principal amount that you borrowed, the loan amount that you borrowed for your mortgage. You pay a monthly fee or you pay it more often than that, whatever you have arranged with the bank. And part of your payment goes directly towards paying down the loan amount. Equity also comes from the appreciation of the property. As it goes up in value over time, you build equity. And the great thing is, if your value went up by, say, 10%, it's not on the money that you put into it, but on the price of the property. So let me explain. Let's say you paid $500,000 for a condo and you put $30,000 down of your own money and the rest was mortgaged. The 10% you earned was $50,000 because it was on the $500,000 condo. It's not just $3,000, like 10% on the $30,000 you put down. Get it? So now, all of a sudden, that $30,000 that you invested has now grown to at least $80,000. Wow. What Alicia learned is that you really need to be prepared with the facts before you begin your journey. She had made the decision to buy a home for her daughter and herself, which is step number 1. In my course, I talk about this extensively, making a decision and committing to it. It is so important. That's why I think that is step 1. Step number 2 is fact finding. That's where I came into the picture for Alicia. Early in our discussions, I was able to open her eyes to the reality of financing and carrying costs, like how much is it going to cost her every month to be a homeowner. I give Alicia credit because she was open and honest with me, which allowed me to uncover some areas that we needed to discuss. This made home ownership after the sale a lot smoother for her. This is a pretty big deal, everyone, and there's a lot to know before you sign on the dotted line. I hope you'll take the time to do this right, because making a mistake can make you miserable. Happily, Alicia and her little girl are still content in their home many years later. And when they're ready to move up into more space, Alicia will have built up so much equity in her home, she'll be able to afford a bigger place if that's what she wants. Good for you, Alicia.